Music from TLC, and his music titled Waterfalls, and it brings back, I'm sure, to some people nostalgic memories. It's a beautiful Thursday. It's the 26th of October 2023, and we're here gathered in the studios of Love 99.5 for a very, very simple reason. All right. And listen, the Ashanti region, with its capital, as we all know it to be as Kumasi, is alternatively known as a garden city because of its many species of flowers, plants, trees, and the greens. Currently, it has a population of 5.4 million people. And just like every city, I mean, individuals who live in cities would always want to see development. They want to see things improve. They want to see things that would happen that would bring them comfort and joy. Sadly, Kumasi has a lot of issues. I mean, we have stalled projects, including markets. We can talk about hospitals and international airports that we were promised. As we speak, it's stalled, and I'll be telling you much more in a bit. Well, all these things have stalled, yet, there are V8s that are on our streets being wheeled by state officials across town, and many of them have the protection of siren-blowing police escorts, making it difficult for me, and I'm sure for many people, to conceive that critical projects like I've mentioned have not been done, yet they are riding in V8s, very comfortable V8s. Listen, if you sit in any of the V8s that they're riding, if you hit potholes, rough roads, you will not feel anything. You will not feel anything. So I'm sure that when we complain about the postage of the roads in the region, they don't feel what we're talking about. They don't see what we're talking about. They will not care, because the ride that they sit in, the wheels that they drive, the V8s, is like sitting in a plane. You don't feel much when you're on the roads. Yes, I will agree that some inner roads have been constructed, but again, if you look at our region and the number of votes, we vote in the Ashanti region side that it can easily cancel out 8 to 9 regions' votes, Ashanti region votes alone. So if you look at the votes that we give to the MPP, for example, you ask yourself, are we getting in return what we deserve as a region? So this morning, we want to talk about what you would want to see improved in Kumasi. We want to know from you what you would want to see change in Kumasi. And so what we're asking for you to do is to pick up your phone, pick up your tablet, and then go onto your WhatsApp app, or the WhatsApp, and then record a message and send it to us. And tell us what you would like to see improve in Kumasi, or what you would like to see change in Kumasi for the betterment of Kumasi. Our WhatsApp number is 055 11 995. That's our WhatsApp number. I'll take it again. 055 11 995. We're live on Facebook as I speak, and on Facebook right now, we're going to show to you some of the projects that have stalled, some of the poor state of roads that we have. We're going to show you things that are bothering people of Kumasi. So on Facebook, you can find us on LUV 99.5 FM. That's how you can find us on Facebook, on LUV 99.5 FM. Well, one of my guests is with me in the studios of Love 99.5. He goes by the name of PV Jantwa. He's a development consultant, and he's right here with me in the studios of Love 99.5. We got the opportunity to do some beautiful work at the Mecklin Hotel on Tuesday when the CDD came to town. PV, good morning to you.
Good morning, David.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You thank God that you are good.
I lost a friend. I got the information this morning. He passed yesterday. I got the news this morning.
Okay.
So I'm a bit, down. But Charlie, the Lord will strengthen us and see us through.
Yeah.
Now, there are occasions when, we talk about the issues of Kumasi or Ghana. Many people, have issues. I know of a certain gentleman who often will call on the show, and he's like, David, are you still thinking about Ghana? David, are you still talking about Ghana? Are you still lamenting about the issues that Ghana is bereft with? And I said, yes, we are talking about Ghana. Because bottom line, this is the only country that we have as Ghanaians. This is the only country we have.
Yeah.
If by God's grace you have the opportunity to even travel out of Ghana, when you go out there, you ask where you hail from, where you come from, you say you're a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
So if somebody whom you meet there wants to come visit your country of origin and comes, will the person be happy? Will the person say, oh, you come from a good place on a continent called Africa? So we will not stop talking. It's just like you having a child, and the child for one reason or the other going wayward, or has a very bad character, or let's say has a disease. You don't give up on your child, do you? You try as much as possible to look for counselors, to look for doctors, to try and fix the problem that your child has. Why? Because you love the child. That is your child. So I'm seeing Ghana as our child, or my child in a way. I love Ghana. And so I'll keep talking until the right things are done. That's my mind. We'll keep talking. I don't know. And so you ask yourself, we give them the votes, and then when they get the power, instead of serving us, they want us rather to serve them. And I make reference to some of the stalled projects. How much does one V8 cost? And yet they buy the V8s, fuel the V8s, enjoy the ride in the V8s, and they don't fill the potholes on our roads. And then they have police escorts with a siren, so they are not in the traffic. They don't feel the pain of being in the traffic, burning of fuel in the traffic, under the scorching sun. They don't feel it. What hurts me is that there are people who would say, for me, yeah, we meet to MPP mu, and I say we meet to NDC mu. My umbilical cord was cut in the party to sebi. So the abobi krasa nintrisa ponchika besi, I'll vote for that animal because I love the party. I'll not begrudge you for loving that party, but what I would ask you is this: loving that party, what have you gotten from it? So you give your vote to them, not the MPP alone or the NDC. We're talking about giving your vote to the NDC and MPP. These are the two main political parties that we have that have been running the affairs of this country for the past 30 years. You give them your vote. What do you get in return? They are making their lives comfortable for themselves and their immediate family. How about you? They go on vacations. When they are sick, they travel out of the country to seek medical attention. You will still go to Kofanoche that is choked. You don't have a bed to lie on, and yet you get up and say you're giving your vote to them. And you say, for me, I am MPP and I am NDC. Until we change our mindset, until we make them earn every single vote, they'll continue to take us for a ride. I was saying earlier this morning that we are almost getting into the political season. We are there already. The campaigns will begin. What are they going to campaign on? What are they going to tell us? There's this Kofro market, began somewhere in 2008. Today, 2023, it has not been completed. And I'm sure the politicians will come. The MP for the area will come. The regional minister will come. Other politicians will come and tell you that they'll complete it. What shows that they will fulfill that promise? What shows that they will fulfill it? Because if they would fulfill it, it will not have been there since 2008. If you go to KJT right now, the phase 1 project was done. Phase 2, Central Market. And you see, no work is going on there. Now we've been, patting ourselves at the back and saying to ourselves that, we're going to have an international airport. And then when the international airport becomes operational, it's going to open up Kumasi some more in the region some more. As we speak, the project has stalled. How many times haven't we cut salt for Buankra Inland Port and Akufo? Till now, how many times haven't we cut salt and given assurances that the project will be complete? Has it? Let's talk about hospitals. We can make mention of the over 40 years MBU at Kofanoche. We were told that work began. As we speak currently, work has stalled again. Let's talk about Aferi, 500 bed capacity hospital. Aferi has stalled. Let's talk about Sewa. Sewa, we're told 93% complete. What are we left with? The road. There's no more trouble. No power supply to the hospital. So it's not operational. We'll be entering the political season big time next year. I'm sure they are home prepare. We'll come and construct a road to the state hospital and then commission the hospital. Once they are doing it in a rush, what quality of road are we going to get? And yet people say we should not talk. I ask myself, even when you go to town, people are being knocked down by vehicles because the pavement that they're supposed to walk on have been taken over by traders selling all manner of things, from stones or gravels to engine blocks to spare parts, and every corner has a container of a sort. Every street corner has a container. Street lights are not working, so when you go to work and at the end of the month the taxes will be deducted from your salary and you're walking home, or you pick a taxi and you're going home, street lights are not working, traffic lights are not working, nothing is working here. And yet people say we should not talk. For me, I think that we should keep talking. But aside the talk, we should also be mindful of the fact that we don't just go there and vote for any person because the person belongs to a certain political party. Vote for people whom you know will give you something that will make your life better. You go to some schools and you look at the structure and you ask yourself, elsewhere, PV Jantwa, elsewhere, Eugene, elsewhere, Leo, within a few days, you have your passport. People are in this country, this region, they are looking for passports so they can go to school or travel to go do other things. 2 years and over, Musa Kamo passport. People want to have birth certs. 2 years and over, they can't have birth certificates. And yet there are people who are manning these offices, paid at the end of the month, and then you cannot give me a passport or give me a birth certificate. Yes, inner roads have been done, some. But not long ago, we spoke to somebody and people from Sokoban complaining bitterly about the state of their roads at Sokoban. So that we vote people to occupy positions, give them all the freebies. If Doomsor comes right now, the president residence, Doomsor will not affect the place. Even if Doomsor would affect the place, he has a well without to be able to have a generator and power the generator with a fuel. How many of us will have this luxury? And so when people are put in positions and we expect them that they will perform and work for the good of all, why are we being treated like this, PV? Why? I ask this question. Have we made ourselves so cheap, so vulnerable for them to do the things that they do to us? Is that what it is? Eugene, good morning to you.
David, good morning.
Before you said you wanted to talk about what you want to see improved in Kumasi.
Well, David,
what do you want to see change in Kumasi?
Well, David, for me, it's three things.
Jesus.
Talking about the first one is the concretization and containerization of the city. Now, David, I lived at Asafo for almost 5 years. No, for 4 years, from 2018. Now, David, I lived at a very, seemingly okay place, and I seen that same part. And Sundays, I can go stand there, watch football. Saturdays, when I'm doing nothing, just to, take your mind off it. Recently, remember when you're going to do the sanitary part for our girls, the one who sang for us, that same girl? I was sad. Just opposite the entrance of the Technical University. The place has been taken over by stores. So I come back to what I've been saying about the city. There's too much concretization and containerization of the city. What that means is that there are no jobs for people. And the city is not structured. There's no... Almost every place is a business center. It shouldn't happen. This does not... Even the quality of air you breathe, your health and everything. Now, David, the second one for me is the makeup rules in the region.
I missed that one. What?
Makeup rules. I will explain it. The roads we construct in this region are makeup. You know the Swami Road. When you are going to Bohun, that road, they did it. It rained because if I say makeup, ladies, when they apply the makeup, they look different. When they wash their face, they look different. So the rules our leaders do for us in this are makeup rules. It rains for 3 minutes, then the road disappears, as if nothing was constructed. Now, the third one for me, David, is the blatant and flagrant disregard of bylaws. And then my clear case in point is Tech Junction. A major highway, we've created a station there. And it's normal. That station only disappears when the president is in town. Anytime you see a Akufo-Addo in town, there's no station at Tech Junction. Or Koya, then the station returns after 5 minutes. And what is more sad is that there are police officers there and they have no scintilla of doubt that they are extort from them. That is why they allow them there. And David, there's too much so if I say blatant and flagrant disregard of bylaw, that's what I mean. You go to the CBD, places properly designated or demarcated for people to walk. I want to be told the fools. David, we even sell Diego on the bare floor, which is not supposed to happen. But there on the floor, tomatoes on the floor, garden eggs on the floor, and people are walking. and the aerosols and the dust from their shoes and everything just there. So David, if you ask me, these are the three, my top three.
And these are not things that are beyond us to fix. You talk about the make-up roads. Why wouldn't they be make-up roads? Because instead of taking time to construct the roads, like I was saying about Sewa Hospital, where we're talking about the roads not being motorable, that's why we are not making use of the hospital. They'll go and do a rush work. So whatever. After 3 months, potholes be the bad road.
Beyond the rush, I think PV has lived 50s, the 50s brigade. So you know, I was recently reading on the contractor who constructed the Sunyani Kumasi road. Have you seen from Achema going to Bankrans when you get to Infensi? Have you seen how the road is? Look at that road, and compared to the roads we do in the last 5-10 years,
the Kasajan roads are very good quality roads.
The issue is that PV is the contractor. So PV's person before he gets to the minister is David Akwet. I'm the minister. I want 20%. You get it? Contractor and super kakrata free. David is also charging 30%. So the 10 CDs for the road, which you know is supposed to cost 10 CD, where you have to do concrete, you do concrete. Where you have to do pavement, you do pavement. That 10 CD, minister want 22 CDs, 20%. David Akwete want 10%. So that's 3 CDs gone. The contractor received the 7 CDs. That same contractor is enrolled on another road. He's not even paid the 7 CDs. Do you expect manna to fall from heaven?
You remember what Haruna Sekou said sometime ago?
Exactly.
What he said some time ago. That if kickbacks get to the castle, that's the kind of life we live. And as I'll say it again here this morning, listen, there are people that we know that in 2012, in 2016, we hosted them in this very studios. When they are leaving, they need to look for an envelope of 100 cities or 200 cities for them before they can go. They get into power 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. They don't buy any of the second-hand cars we buy. Tia rubber, not 1, not 2, not 3. Their fleet of cars. When we knew them, they were renting 2-bedroom apartments. I'm not saying it's wrong to rent a 2-bedroom apartment, but right now they own houses. Some in Accra, in Kumasi, plush houses, and some houses even outside Ghana. Whose money did they use? Whose money? So are we going to keep quiet and keep voting for them to enrich themselves and enjoy life whilst we are struggling and hustling? What would you want to see change in Ghana? But before then, why do you think they're treating us like this? What will it take for us to have a change?
David, it appears you've set me up this morning.
I have not set you up. We're having a conversation about Ghana, especially Kumasi, where we live.
Because you see, all that you've said just now is something that is not acceptable.
It's not acceptable?
No.
Are you? Okay.
It's not acceptable. And we see we have allowed ourselves to be treated like this. Because some of us belong to MPP, some of us belong to NDC. So even if the thing is wrong, we don't even have the temerity to voice it out. And it is like we have that character or attitude to defend everything. So that is the main reason we find Kumasi like this. Some of us, when we were growing up, do you know that Kumasi streets and gutters were cleaned on daily basis? Every morning. From Ashtown, Bantuma, Asafu, name them, Crowfrom. We have people who were silting the drains, cleaning the street, make sure. It was done between 6 a.m. and 7:30. We
still have Zoom Lion now. They have employed people. I will not talk about how much they are paid, though. I will talk about how much they are paid.
See,
they're supposed to be cleaning.
We have allowed ourselves to be treated this way, and that is why people cannot complain. But we need to move beyond the talking.
We need to move beyond the talking.
Yes.
I'll find out how we can do that. What it will take for us to be able to do that. But I is so cool because Betway's cash out just got way better. Now, the enhanced early, partial, and auto cash out feature lets you cash out your bets early. You cash out a portion of your ongoing bets or even set your bets to cash out automatically. Now, all this will give you way more control over every thrilling bet you place. So sign up today at betway.com.gh. Don't forget that terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. It is not for persons under the age of 18. Betway, get way more. Now, take this shoemaker down the street, for instance. You've seen that shoemaker, don't you? Yes, I'm sure you've seen him. He doubles as a shop attendant at the corner store during the day and also plays football with the guys on the park in the evenings. And just like, him, we are all more than one thing. And that's why ABSA provides banking solutions for many sides of you. So whatever your need for the different sides of you, is, ABSA has the products and services that, of course, can help you get it all done. Join ABSA to get every kind of banking solutions for every kind of you. Visit the nearest ABSA branch, or you can visit absa.com.gh for more information. Listen, if you're looking for support, go to the right bank and you would get it. Now, everybody who owns a car like PV Jantua here likes the sound of a healthy engine. And that is why Shell Fuels with Dynaflex technology is designed to keep your car engine clean and protected for efficient running and a healthy engine that sounds music to your ears. From the timeless classics to the sleek new models, and from the heavy-duty trucks to the nimble compacts, one thing's for sure, every car loves Shell. Why? Well, because whether you're cruising on the open road or battling with the busy city streets, Shell Fuels will keep your engine running smoothly. So visit your favorite Shell station today and get Shell Fuels, because every car loves Shell Fuels for better journeys. So why Shell Fuels? Simple, because every car loves Shell. Well, SG Ghana, your secure and trusted partner, is celebrating 20 years in Ghana. Now, this significant milestone wouldn't have been possible without you, their loyal customer. So this anniversary is dedicated to you. It has been a journey of triumphs, successes, and innovative financial solutions crafted to give you, your family, and your business the best outcomes always. Now, their partnership with you has seen you and your families grow, your business and your institution succeed, and many more dreams come true. So today, as they celebrate 20 years with you, Societe Generale Ghana says, are you cool? And don't forget that the future is you. PV, you're saying that we should stop the talk and go beyond the talk. How do we get that done?
Because you see, we've been talking for the last 3 decades and nothing appears to be happening. So we need to move to the next step, where we will take people, or we hold people responsible. People who have been put in charge of to manage the city, we need to hold them accountable. Because we've seen managers of the city in time past. I can make mention of Mr. James Owusu, Major Kwabena, Lieutenant Colonel Emmanuel Ochre, Nana Kwesi Adjumai, name them. You see, they were managers of Kumasi some time ago, and they did very well. Do you know that from Sofolai, that dual carriage, up to Swami about, then inside Edum, in front of learners and other parts of the Kumasi, that those dual carriage were considered under Major Kwabena. He came as the mayor of Kumasi and gave Kumasi a significant facelift. Nana Kwesi Adjumai make sure that the Kumasi, there was no filth, the drains and everything was clean. You cannot erect a container or be selling on the pavements anyhow. You can't even cook, even in between houses. That was what we can remember Nana Kwesi Adjumai, that he made sure that the city was clean, if for anything at all. And at the mention of his name, everybody has to sit up. Colonel Emmanuel Ochre make sure there is law and order. All the bylaws, as Eugene was saying, must be enforced. James also did his bit. But it's so amazing that under this Fourth Republic, the number of people who have been appointed as mayor of Kumasi have let this city down. Truth is one. We should just say it. They came with no plan and they left with nothing.
They came with no plan and left with nothing.
Yes, nothing. What do we see today? People are selling on the pavements. Shop owners have removed their wares, their goods beyond their building lines onto the pavements. And it is so sad. When you go to Alaba, asphaltic roads have been constructed. Now you see those who deals in motorbikes.
Motorbikes, yes. They're selling motorbikes right in the middle of the street. Nobody's saying anything. Stagnant
water running on these roads. And nobody.
PV, how do we change
Alaba Main Street, stagnant water from the drains run over the roads. It's very shameful. Nothing. You see, as if nobody is in charge.
Yeah, I was telling Eugene about this place
this morning.
Just
They
this
was
morning.
talking about it.
That's same thing.
what would it take for us to have the change we're looking for?
You see, when you are from,
to see improvement,
when you are
to see a
from
change.
old Roxy Cinema, you cross the main street and you are descending to Alaba. You go to the junction. Somebody is selling ice kinky on the street. Some dear wholesaler, you can't even negotiate the curve. And you see, the most annoying part of it is that you find these Nigerian guys selling these phone accessories,
and they're pushing it in a cart. Yes, and they'll leave the cart in the middle of the road.
And you see, you lead these people to go and deal with the Pragya and Abubuya.
I've asked that question once or twice. I want to ask for the third time. We know the challenges. We know the problems right now. A lot of projects have not been completed. Buankra Inland Port, Sewa Hospital, Afari, MBU, Kofanoche, Kofro Market, Airport, International Airport, Central Market Phase 2, and yet the sad thing is we pump money into them, lead them to the mercy of the weather, and then promises and pledges are made to us when they're campaigning. Oh, we'll fix it. They never get to fix it. Yet they will come and campaign again, and then we would vote for them again. What do we need to do to see the improvement and the change? What do we need to do?
You see, in the case of Kumasi, we need a collective effort and collaborations. In the case of Kumasi, because the way we've allowed the city to be merged up to this level, no single individual can take up that tax. Because you see, MPP is in power now, and I can tell you, they cannot do anything from now to next December. They dare not.
They dare not, or they can't, or they won't. I mean,
they can't.
Why can't they?
Because elections is just
around the corner.
Yeah. We will not vote. So they cannot do anything.
I can tell you on authority that within the shortest possible time, they'll try and do some sapping on the Sewa stretch to the Sewa hospital, commission the hospital and say they've done it.
David,
but it
there's
will be a very poor quality road done.
Let me say something. In front of the zoo, that's a new Kelita market, driving towards the MTN place, then to the Kelita proper, you find potholes. In that less than 3 years project,
make up road.
In less than 3 years, the roads that the contractor constructed in front of the new Kelita market are already. You go and find potholes.
And we don't hold anybody responsible. No. If shortage jobs are done, you're giving Ghanaians money. No. You do poor jobs like that. Nobody else is held accountable.
Ministry. Remember when the president said that he constructed the lengthiest kilometer of road, and you remember I and Winston Amwa took that story and did the proper fact checking. When they released the data, I wish you remember that about 60% of what they claimed to have done as road was pothole improvement.
Yeah.
That was the classification, and it's on the Ministry of Roads and how you can go there.
Their website.
Yes, and anybody can Google just 82 roads. You see the article. 60% of the roads claimed to be have done was pothole improvement and patching of the roads. Now, David, what this government is good at is flyers, infographics, PR, and make good feeling. The theatre, the aesthetics. But when you go to the substance, it is not only revolting, it is nauseating and insulting. And this is why, you see, when you take the Ashanti region, they will say, oh, Bawumia came, cut short for 100 kilometers of roads. Now, David, I can do that exercise with anybody. Take that 100 kilometers of road down 2-3 years and look at the quality of roads in the space of 2 years. Even the one just behind SG Mall. I mean, look at the one in front of our office here, Tech Hospital. The ministry was supposed, after a contractor have done, submitted, or what's the name of that thing? Their documentations and everything for proof. It's incumbent on the ministry to come and test that road. There was no pavement done for pedestrian. Traffic light is on. Huge cars are coming. Drivers have no way to park. They take one lane of the road. The roads are done. Look at this Darban. I don't know if they've done it. From Melcombe to Darban, the Sokoban Enclave. Road done. No markings. Obi
You know, years ago, we wouldn't have people in the region demonstrate against the MPP. We'll not have people in the Volta region demonstrate against the NDC. We're in the Ashanti region, so let's talk about the Ashanti region matter. But not too long ago, we've seen some people in some constituencies, throw sachet water, coconut husks at their MP. Another one, a very good friend, gradually people.
I'm sure it's twice.
I'm saying gradually people.
Now that you need to advise you, the third time you'll not be lucky.
Gradually people are showing their frustration. Do you think it's sinking in? Are the leaders picking up these signs to tell them that, listen, gradually the thing is changing?
No, see, they are not adding the right, what do you call it, the right force behind those things. That is why we still find ourselves in here.
What force do they need to add?
Because see, they need to hit hard on the authorities. If you remember, in 2017, the regional minister said if he was not able to complete the maternity block at Konfanochi, he will resign.
The project has stalled as we speak.
We ended up pulling the whole thing down. And the reason was that there is a structural integrity report which says that the building is not fit for purpose. In fact, nobody started a copy of that structural integrity report. Nobody. And we were told that the money meant for the completion could as well completed a 450 bed instead of the original 950. So we assume we have the money. How come the project that have funding secured already in here, the project is stalled? And we have this same man going around to fight on roads. There was a misunderstanding between him and Rich Condo's owner at that area, that small portion B.
Bishop.
Yes. He spent time fighting about that thing.
Okay, so he's giving his 3. I've enumerated more than 10. What do you want to see by way of changes and improvement?
In fact, we need to have a new set of hands running Kumasi. Because you see, let's divide the issues into two. There are some you need money to carry it out. But there's the greater part of it, you need to enforce the laws. You don't need money. You don't need money to take people away from
the pavements.
You don't need money to ensure we have we can have safety and mobility on our roads. You don't need money to do that. But even the low-hanging fruit, we can't do it. As if there's nobody is in charge.
They'll tell you if you remove us from here, we'll not vote for you.
And so what?
Leo went to town, saw tomatoes being sold on the ground. Some fell into drains, dirty drains. And the woman was prepared to pick them up from the drain and sell it.
Until we stopped it.
Yeah. Nobody cares. Because the way things are going here, it is as if nobody is in charge of this city.
And listen, you can join us now. We'd like to hear from you on the phone lines. For our WhatsApp console, we are being bombarded with a lot of messages. But on the phone lines, you can call us on 03220-83596. Call us right now. 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. What would you want to see change in Kumasi? What would you want to see improve in Kumasi? Join us now. Indulge me. I'm told there's somebody on the line. Let me give you some.
I just wanted to pick PV's mind on something. When you read about how Asante is treated differently.
Okay, so because that is quite lengthy, let me go to the phone line.
Just a second.
Let me go on the phone line. Hold on, because I'm for can I do what credits are afraid.
I get it.
So hi, good morning.
Good morning, David.
Yes, sir. What's your name, sir?
This is Erasmus.
Oh, Erasmus, long time. Good to have you on the show, Erasmus. Let's hear you.
Yes. David, anytime I hear you discuss these issues, it's like I should blow up. It's like Ghana, we've lost. It's like we don't have, it's like a home without any parent. Leaders are now doing nothing, and when you even try to tell them what you're supposed to do, they think you are insulting them. But my question is, if you're a parent you are in your home or in your house, and you're not doing the right thing, what do you expect? Is it because Ghanaians we are too quiet and we are too lenient? These politicians have taken us for granted. Somebody we pay for, now he tells us what we should do.
So Erasmus, what change do you want to see? What improvement are you looking for?
David, the improvement we're looking for is long overdue. I mean, look at Kumasi for now. Look at Kumasi. Now, when you drive through Kumasi is now like a village. Our street lights are not working. Our roads are bad. Now you drive through Arabia Kote. The road is very bad. Every corner, the roads are very bad. Let's not even talk about other places.
He says he
Yes,
wants to see improvement on our road network. We want to pick as many people as possible. So, Charlie, if we come, let's go straight to the point, please. Thank you very much, Erasmus. Abdul Karim, I see you on my monitor. Hold the line for me, Abdul Karim. But let's speak to Sledge. Sledge, good morning.
David, good morning.
So, Sledge, tell me, what do you want to see an improvement in or change in here in Kumasi?
David, until the leaders, those who have been appointed, the KMA boss, especially the regional minister, is the worst ever appointed as happening to Ashanti region. David, even when he says the manner to appear the road, see how terrible that road is. David, for this government, let's say that they will not even do anything. But for the projects that were started by their own President Kufuor, Sewua Hospital, Aferi, Sofula Interchange, Krofo Market, David, at least they could have done this just to honor the man. At the end of MPP's tenure, what legacy project will they point to in the Ashanti region? Look at the road from Mopa to Mankanso. Very terrible, David. Those of us who use that road frequently, David,
I hear you, Sledge. He wants to see improvement in roads. Huh? Abdul Karim, good morning, sir, and welcome. Hello, Abdul Karim, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dave.
Yes, Abdul Karim, good to have you on the show. Let's hear you, sir.
Please, are we having leaders in this country? Because what is going on in this country is like they are just there to occupy the place. But what they are supposed to do, they are not doing it at all. Mr. PV is talking about Alaba. Dave, if you want to come to Alaba around 10, 11, you see how they have parked this Aboboya and Mutu on the street whilst they are selling it. And no one is talking about it. And when you are coming from Menchia down to Abu Abu station, those who are selling these plastics, they've taken almost half of the road and it's left with only one lane. Tragia and Aboboya and the rest are managing the next lane. The only one lane, that half lane that is left there. We are managing it there. And people's, and Mr. Dave, it's not easy. And this city authority have just put their head on Pragia. Any place that Pragia pass, they will just come and arrest it. Now, they said we shouldn't come to the CBD. Those of us who are hiding around Roma Hill, Dr. Mensa, and Ashtown thereabouts, they normally come there and arrest us. Just this morning, one of my friends called me that they arrest him at Dr. Mensa. I gave my case to your producer, Eugene. And tomorrow I'll go to the KMA and pay 300 cedis for my motorbike. What do they want us to do in this country?
I hear you, Abdul Karim, but again, in as much as I agree with you to some extent on what you're saying, some of the riders themselves, the Aboboyas, the Praga riders, some of the things they do is so annoying and so disturbing. So let's also try as a region to improve on the way we use our roads. Kwame, good morning and welcome, sir.
Good morning, David.
Yes, Kwame.
David, I'm doing very well, and I trust you're also doing very well.
The Lord is my shepherd.
David, every morning when you and your panel come together like this and having this show, I ask myself, are you really interested in finding solutions to the problems, or are you interested in discussing the problems? Because some time ago, you and Erastus started a program which really gave us solutions. The results were there, they were very clear. And for about 3 or 4 times, I've asked you, why did you stop and when are you coming back? I think the best answers you gave were that, yes, you were looking at some few things and you come back. To date, I've not heard anything from you. And I think, David, if you can focus on what the solutions are and how we can arrive at the solutions, I'm sure we'll make progress. It is good to discuss the problems, but that one alone will not get us to where we want to be. Thank you, David.
Well, thank you very much, Kwame. George, good morning.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I am well, George.
David, it is not the fault of our leaders. It is our fault. David, if you sit in Trotro and you are criticizing this MPP government for not doing what is right for Ashanti region, if you don't take that, they will beat you up. The people are still supporting. Even the chairman came out and said, Ashanti region do not need development to vote for MPP. What they need is T-shirt and a party cap. They what more? So it is up to us. If another party is in power, look at how the people of Ashanti region speak. If NDC is in power, they chastise this party. It will be doing the right thing and still. But when MPP is in power, the people will be silent and they will be doing whatever they want to us. David, it's uncalled for. Thank you.
Thank you very much. SK, please hold the line for me, SK. Let me speak to Kofi, who came on first. Kofi, good morning and welcome.
Yeah. You know what? The man in the studio made mention of Nanakoti Ajimai, General Ochelim, Major Kwabina, W. Ajekum, and the rest. All these people, they were patriotic persons who had Kumasi at heart. And so all that they did for the betterment of Kumasi. Now let's move forward. After Nanakoti Ajimai, those people who came until today, do they have Kumasi at heart? They have their political party at heart, and they have useless assembly members supporting them. Useless. When John Mama decided to construct KJTR market, we had a whole bunch of assembly members in Kumasi who spoke against it. They incited the traders not to move from KJTR for the project to go on. So what change are we expecting? 1 year for Akufo-Addo. What can he do? We will continue to live in this situation until John Mama comes back, because Akufo-Addo and his government, they have nothing good for Ashantis. Thank you, David.
SK is our final caller. Hi, SK. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Good morning, David. David, there are a number of things that are a problem in this country. But first is that I would wish and I would want to see our city decongested and our our hygiene and our sanitation condition in the city should be improved. What annoys me is if I go to town, especially the CBD, and I see the unhygienic conditions under which people are selling in the market. It gets me angry, and I don't know if our authorities don't see these things in the market. I wish they should enforce the laws. Our bylaws are there. I don't know what's wrong with them. So, David, first of the things that I would want is to see change in the city. Our sanitation is so poor, David. It's so poor.
Thank you very much, SK. So Leo Stanley is behind the computer that has a WhatsApp messages on it. He also has messages that have come through, in terms of type messages or text messages. So which one will you go for first, the voice or the text?
Let's go for the voice notes first. Okay, so.
DJ, good morning. Good morning to your listeners. In fact, Ashanti region has been abandoned with regards to project that is still not in operation. In fact, we have Afari Hospital, Sevilla Hospital, Buankra, Swami Interchange, Angunaga Junction Interchange, Sufu Line, which was done by His Excellency the former President J. Kufuor, has been abandoned by this current regime. My suggestion is that we only need a new paradigm shift of leadership, and the change of movement is the butterfly movement. So we only need a new leader who has the heart of Ashanti region at heart.
I hear you. Well, thank you very much. You are going for the butterfly. Others have their own choices to make, you know. Let's listen to another voice note.
David, good morning. I think one of the things that we need to look at is positive communication as a people. We spend too much time talking about negative things. Every day, we talk about what didn't work well. If you make the conscious effort to talk about things that are working and working very well, I'm sure as a people, we can make progress. We talk about crime as if in this country, criminals don't get punished. Every day we hear of crime here and there, but every day people are convicted of various forms of crimes. Let's spend more time talking about what is working and working very well.
Let's talk about what is working and working very, very well. Like which ones? Like the Galamsey fight? Or which ones? But that's why we give you the opportunity. If there are some that you want to talk about, well, you could have talked about it as well. But listen, if we don't talk and talk well and talk hard enough, if we don't speak truth to power, we don't see the kind of development we're looking for. We're killing this nation. Let's take a listen to another voice note.
Good morning, Dave. This is Isaac. On my way, the other one, I have been high blood pressure. No. Dave, from one leadership to the other, they are all the same. The whole Banokra Bonsin, the Odikano. Almost every institution in this country is corrupt. Passport office, DVLA. Just recently, a friend of mine went to pay money to somebody for driver's license. He didn't even go and sit behind a computer to write exam. He has his driver's license. You see, and it's going on, and our leaders know. Police, hey, you meet a policeman on the roadside, he is virtually begging for money. I mean, and you see, we have lost our moral fiber, okay? And those who know better and are contributing for this injustice to be perpetrated on innocent Ghanaians are the worst culprits. In this country, we have NDC opinion, we have MPP opinion. If you say something that goes against the other party, they tag you as a member of the opposite party. It doesn't make sense. And we are happy with this.
David, good morning. To be honest with you, nothing will change in Ghana until we change our mindset as a people in terms of how we vote. These politicians who are aligned to political parties, their first point of interest is always the members of their party. That is why they say, I'm a grassroots man, I'm a grassroots this. So when they come, their interest is their party. So if we want something to happen, we need an independent candidate, not somebody who has practiced as a politician all these years, but somebody who is fresh and new and ready to change the political landscape.
PV, so when I listen to some of the callers and the voice messages that come through, I ask myself, is there hope?
Well, there is hope. We can't give up just like that. There is hope. The fact that some regimes were not able to do it doesn't mean the subsequent ones cannot do anything.
I hear you. Text messages that came through?
Okay, so this one says, what I want changed in Ashanti region is the regional minister and the KMA boss and other challenges will get the needed attention for resolution. And this one also says, we are paying $140 million judgment debt to Trafigura while our children sit on the bare floor to study. And this one also says, how do you expect this country to work when the very people steering their affairs are the same people destroying the country?
Well, we've had a conversation, haven't we? And we should have at the back of our minds that very soon they will hit the grounds running and hit the grounds very hard.
Yeah.
all in the name of campaigning, gearing themselves up for the 2024 elections. Let's use our heads and not, our hearts in making decisions. It will help this country. I'm not saying that Accra doesn't deserve the development they are having. I'm not saying that other regions should be neglected and then Ashanti region be sorted out. But if you look at the number of hospitals Accra has, with almost the same population as Ashanti, and what Accra has, you ask yourself, don't we deserve same? Can we have same?
They don't have any plan for us. All the projects that we see, it's like
Accra. If I can count about 20 hospitals in Accra, how many can we count in Kumasi?
They don't have any plan for us.
Completed ones too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What do we have in Kumasi? And yet when you talk, somebody will sit somewhere and say you are NDC or you are MPP.
No. You see, the whole
I'm a Ghanaian. And I want the betterment of my life.
Ashanti has never been part of the decision making.
No. They don't.
So we need to find ways to have a commensurate returns on the vote that we've been giving out. And very serious. You see, one thing Ghanaians should be circumspect about is that in the upcoming elections, we shouldn't just get up and go and vote for anybody to become president. We've seen what has transpired in the last 7 years. And if we really understand the situation we find ourselves in, that we've gotten to the point that even when we are even going for an IMF bailout, you are being asked the very people that you own to come and bail you out before the monies are given to you. And that is exactly the situation we find ourselves in. So we need people, or we need somebody who is committed, who is honest, who will be able to crack the whip irrespective of who goes beyond the line.
Let's see the final people who make the list aspiring to be president or next president of this country and see if we can find the quality you're talking about in there. Meanwhile, Fido's highest loan is now an impressive 4,000 Ghana cedis. So starting small is the key to big things. Begin with a loan of 200 Ghana cedis and pay on time, and you could see your loan limit grow to 4,000 Ghana cedis. So tell Paddy, get money, spread the word. Now, when you refer friends to Fido and they take a loan, you will earn 15 cedis for referring them. And then your Paddy gets 10 Ghana cedis when he or she repays the loan that he or she took. It's a winning combo. So getting the Fido app is as easy as just dialing *998*9# to apply Fido on the App Store or the Play Store. Apply today, shine your eyes, and remember to watch out for tricksters pretending to be Fido, because Fido will never ask you to pay money before getting a Fido loan. Have that at the back of your mind all the time. I wanted to say goodbye to juggling multiple insurance providers, because CBG's bank assurance services is your ultimate insurance solution in ensuring that your child's future is secure and your loved ones receive dignified burial when the time comes. Safeguard your properties, travel the world with ease, and enjoy unparalleled financial security with CBG's bank assurance services. Now, with their comprehensive motor, travel, and home insurance plans, you've got the best cover and a secured future all in one place. Don't wait any longer. Visit any of CBG's 140 branches nationwide and sign on now. Now, for further inquiries, kindly reach out to their contact center by calling 0302-216-000, or you can also visit their social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Send them a mail to talk to us at cbg.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Well, imagine getting rewarded for doing something you already do every single day. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's exactly what Momo Season is all about. There's something for everyone. Download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day transactions to a merchant, either through the QR code or the merchant ID, and stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis weekly and other amazing prizes. Our merchants are also not left out of the reward. Receive payments and win. Keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. Now, there are loads and loads of exciting prizes for everyone. So, what are you doing today? Transact more with Momo Pay, earn more points, and win big this Momo season. You can visit Momo Merchant application.mtn.com.gh for your Momo business account today. It's Momo season. So just Momo it with Momo Pay. Terms and conditions apply. Well, we will be crossing over to Joy 99.7 in a bit, but we've got some messages for you. Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel engine generators. They also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators and also do generator rentals. You can find them at TAT Yard off the Ak Mayanka Road here in Kumasi at Asukwa. In Accra, the head office is at number 77 Anointed House off the Doko Malam Road. Call them on 0243-480-334 or 0544-340-589. Well, at this point in time, we're getting ready to cross over to Joy 99.7. And among the conversations to come your way this morning, there's this report put together by the Ministry of Health Ghana and then the WHO, that is the World Health Organization, that talks about the fact that many of our health facilities lack a lot of things that are needed for health facility to operate effectively. We don't have the rapid response vehicles available. We don't have enough beds, plus many others. You want to be part of the conversation? It just began. Let's run the feed.
I didn't want to be alarmist, and that was why I didn't look at the outputs. And I'll explain why. You need to leverage the outputs to get outcomes. So what do I mean by that? You invest money in health. When you invest the money, it brings you hospitals, it buys you basic equipment like sphygmomanometers and all the diagnostic blood pressure monitoring and all that. That is what you use to manage the patients. And that is what, if you manage them properly, leads to improved quality of health, improved life expectancy and all that. So if the outputs are not commensurate with your health investments, then the question then becomes, how do you expect to get the outcomes that are commensurate with your investments? Because the outputs are what we call the fulcrum around which the outcomes resonate. So for me, that is why when something like Agenda 111 started, I remember on the Super Morning Show, I said, are we having the right conversation? When President Ortega was going on about do we really need, I said, I wouldn't go into the needs assessment, but I wonder if we are having the right conversation. And I was wondering if we were having the right conversation because we had no data, as we have now, to back the health investment the executive were purporting to make. You see, and so now that you have this, and considering that, say, we've come out of COVID, and over 54% of all our hospitals do not even boast of a pulse oximeter for measuring your oxygen, you ask yourself, have we benefited from the pandemic like COVID? Because one of the things about any emergency is you need to benefit from it. Planners will tell you, don't let an emergency go waste. But if we've come out of the emergency and we do not have even up to 50% of our health facilities boasting of these basic equipment, some of which people have in their homes, then we ask ourselves again, are we having the right conversations?
I'll get back to you, Kwame. I'll get back to you on having the right conversations and why this is not a major issue in our country shortly. But first, a wise man once said, don't just make money, make a difference. And at ABSA, we believe in helping you make a difference through our personal loans. With an ABSA personal loan, you can get up to 500,000 collateral-free loan to finance your personal projects with a flexible payment plan of up to 7 years, fixed and competitive interest rates. The ABSA personal loan is just what you need to open the door to the life you deserve. So visit the nearest ABSA branch or call your personal banker to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
The other day, as I was in my kitchen preparing my special jollof made with lily rice for my family, I heard a knock at the door. It was my mechanic. Instead of calling me to pick my car, he brought it himself. I said, "Sure." He said, "F-O." I said, "Take the car back. I will come and pick it myself." As I turned off the fire from under the lily jollof, there was another knock at the door. It was my neighbor. I said, neighbor. He said, "F-O, my dog has jammed your wall again, oh." I said, "Don't be silly. You don't have a dog." My wife and kids came home, and we saw that he enjoyed. So, it was my pastor. He said, "Bless you." I said, "Bless you too." He said, "Did he come to church on Saturday?" I said, "Acho, but why are you coming to tell me this on Wednesday?"
Having to fend off visitors at mealtimes because of Lele's tasty aromatic rice? Celebrate every mealtime by sharing with friends and family near or far.
Lele, tasty food, happy family. This advert is FDA approved.
To the shining sea. Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
Hey Linda, long time oh. Yes so, hey, but wait oh Linda, did you win the lottery? I mean, look at your room, your TV, your sound system, your fridge. Hey.
Oh, they are nice, all from Kennedy Digital Satellite. They also sell appliances like air conditioners, televisions, tabletop fridges and freezers from 100 to 900 liters, commercial fufu machines, home theaters, etc.
Wow.
In addition, government workers who receive their salary through the Controller and Accountant General's Department and still have their affordability package active can come to Kennedy Digital Satellite and get any appliance of their choice with flexible payment terms. You can locate Kennedy Digital Satellite in Accra at Wager, just at the old barrier traffic light, and in Kumasi at Edum near Boss FM and along the Patasi Main Street near the police depot. Those in Accra can call